psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the whole sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X. Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British hand up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, you will indeed like this bit. The great Tom Bacon tells you so, so you can only expect him to be correct. Oh, we do like a bit of Tom. I've been having a bit of a Tom dive over the last few. Well, I'm doing season 15, right? Was it my season 15? Where is it? No, it's in the other room. I'm doing. Oh, yeah, I got the box cover over here. I do keep these bits. I always keep these bits. I like put them on a shelf above them. But like, there's all this good information on it, so I always keep those bits. But yeah, I've been having a bit of a Tom deep dive. I've been really interested in Imagery of Fendel's really doing my head in, right? Because I watched it, and it's a story that really sticks with you. And I didn't really enjoy it on first viewing, but man, it's really lingered with me for a few days, and I didn't want to do a review of it until I finished watching Type 40. Was it Type 40 or the old Space Book? I can't remember. On Dan's channel, he had a very good retrospective with Stephen Noonan. Stephen Noonan is great. Oh my God. I love clever people talking about Doctor Who, right? I really like it when that happens. I think that makes me happy, right? That genuinely makes me happy. And man, he's so insightful. And they've really brought up some very, very good points. So anyway, I want to finish listening to that before I do the review, because there's a lot of stuff I'm like mulling over. But weird thing, right? Weird thing. Yeah, there was do you remember when you saw the first trailer for The Force Awakens, and somebody said, there's been a divergence in the Force. Have you felt it? And yeah, honestly, I was really on board with the new Star Wars right until Last Jedi, right? Oh, wait. But like, that's what I feel reality is now. I think there's been a change. There's been a real weird change, and I'm like watching things just like confirm that to me weirdly, right? So we're gonna be we will be talking about that. There is an energetic shift. I don't know. Look, listen. They say one is supposed to hope for the what's the word? The redemption, right? The end. If a religious Jew is supposed to hope for the end of this exile we live in every day, right? Constantly waiting for a messianic age, right? That's kind of where I am. But man, I've been saying it for a few years. I understand. I've been saying it for a few years. I wish you knew me before then, when I wasn't saying shit like this, right? Because I didn't think shit like this was going down. But the world's fundamentally changed. And I keep watching it, and it just doesn't get any less weird, right? But man, I think we're in the. I thought this before, though. I think we're in the final straight right now. I really, really do. I honestly, my personal life has dramatically changed over the last few days. It's really bizarre. Like, it's really, really bizarre. It's hard to explain if you're not religious, right? Christians have this a lot. Christians have a very personal, emotional connection to God, right? By Jesus, by the avatar of Jesus, however it is, but they're very good at that. I think that's the strength. And I, had that for a long time. Like when I wrote a book on prayer once because I was so into prayer. I wanted to learn the mechanics of it. And but it's been so long. It's been like really, while we've been in this era of darkness, I just haven't been able to feel it, right? I haven't been able to connect to God in the way that I used to until Friday, and everything changed. It's the weirdest freaking thing. There's an idea in Judaism called muzzle, right? You go muzzle dove, right? You heard the expression muzzle dove. Muzzle dove is kind of luck, but it's not really. It's more like how would I describe it? It's more like the currents of fate, right? The currents of fate. Even though we don't really believe in fate, right? It's the currents of reality, the currents that we swim in. What was the word? The metaphysical, theological currents that we exist in, right? They either go in your direction or they go against your direction, or neither, really. They've gone against me for good since I basically have this channel. It's good, I guess. I managed to keep a sunny disposition, right? But man, for example, the place where I sit in my synagogue, I go to a little side room. I like the side room, right? And I also they put tables in about a couple of years ago. Not a fan, but they put a bunch of tables in. But I sit right at the front, and I have a little lectern. It's called a stender, right? A stender. And because I'm out of the way there, right? Nobody bugs me. I get elbow room. Lovely, right? People get fucked off of me praying there because it makes me look like I'm the head of the room. Which, frankly, I am, baby. I am. Look, why am I in front? Because you all should be looking up at me. That is correct, right? And I say that with all humility. But okay. So then so it's tough to explain. In the prayer service in the morning, right? You have several different sections of it. The main part is a silent prayer to God, but it's not. But you there are words you have to say, but you have to say them quietly to yourself, and you're supposed and a lot of people just go blah 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 and just say them, right? They don't really think about. I used to really put a lot of concentration and effort. More than that, right? More than that. It was a much more emotional experience. And so there's this bit in Israel, right? In the morning service, in the when you do that silent prayer, afterwards they repeat it, right? And you say, "Oh man!" But in the middle of that, there's the priests, the Cohens, right? They come, which Mr. Spock was, Leonard Nimoy, right? Leonard Nimoy ever talked about where this comes from? I'm sure you heard the story. So he, the priests, they give a priestly blessing. And they put their prayer shawls over their head and they hold their hands up like this, right? And you're not supposed to look, right? You're not supposed to look. But he did what was good, and that's where it came from. There's another thing that he is one of the priests. It's because it's a tribe, right? It's a tribe. So anyway, I used to go a lot longer with my personal silent prayer, I would just finish before the priestly blessing, and I haven't been anywhere near that for years. Now it's a struggle to get done in time, right? Because it's a real, intense connection with God, and it's having a bizarre, life-changing effect on me, right? I spoke about this yesterday, but it's having a bizarre, today, my muzzle has just gone in the completely different direction that's been going for over a decade. I have this just little things. I got this. Well, it's not a little thing. This is actually a big thing for my quality of life. I bought a Blu-ray drive, right, which I connect to one of my computers, and I use that to rip all my Blu-rays, right? I rip everything onto digital. It's just so much more convenient, right? It's so much more insanely convenient. So I did. I forgot about it because I watched it by a disc. I did what's it called again? Image Offender, right? That's the first disc I did when I got season 15, right? And then I went to the next disc. It wouldn't read, right? It wouldn't read. And then I couldn't get it to read a disc. I couldn't get rid of a Blu-ray or a DVD or nothing. I'm like, I guess the thing's dead, right? I guess it's dead. This was about a month or so ago. I was like, yeah, what can you do, right? And I didn't really want to spend the money on getting a new one, even though it was cheap. So, and then today it just started working again. It's the weirdest thing, right? Because I wanted to give it a real test on my laptop. And where is it? Here's the really annoying thing about this. And I wish I knew the reason. Where is it? Over here. Is this the one? Is this the cable? Is it? This might be the cable. Hang on. This might be the cable. Okay, so here to connect to that up to your computer. You've got this end, which is a bit knackered, obviously, but a mini USB. And you have this end, which is a big USB. But also, you've got to plug this one in as well, right? So the problem is on my laptop, it's a Mac. So there's two ports, and they're on either side. It won't reach, right? So I had to find, like, you can't plug it in. They're further apart than these two things. You need to plug both these in. So I had to find a USB extension. I tried, I wanted to just go through everything to make sure it didn't work before I give up on it. And then the last thing I tried, I put in, I think, Full Metal Jacket, a DVD of Full Metal Jacket. It started to read it. Huzzah! Right? Huzzah! And then it started to read the Blu-rays. I'm like, okay. So right now I am ripping Invasion of Time, right? Invasion of Time, and then I will keep going through. But yeah, so the next one is after this is I got to do the review of Image Offender, and then it's is it Underworld or is it what's it called again? Not the tax one. Oh my god, I was gonna say the one where Leela looks incredible. That's all of them. Man, Louise Jameson, this looks gorgeous in all of the, and I love their relationship in season 15, which has really moved on from season 14, right? Leela is much more independent. I forgot about all of this, right? What's the name of the story I'm thinking of? Sunmakers. So Sunmakers next. I hope so. A bit of villa action in Sunmakers. So that'd be fun, right? Got that going on. So then, and I had. I've had new work come in like this. I've had good luck, right? And it doesn't feel like a fluke, right? It feels like the world is changing. It feels like the world's, and I'm seeing it on many vectors, right? I'm seeing like on many vectors, right? And I think this is going to continue. For example, you've had these like massive Jew hating. I mean, how messed up are the woke today, right? That in the name of anti-racism, they essentially adopt the exact same tactics, Jew-hating tactics as the Nazis, right? like indistinguishable. It's so bizarre. Here, let's look at a few things about it. We got a ton of stuff to look at, right? A ton of it went down over there. Oh god, we got Mark Hamill to go over. God help us! What a prick, right? What a prick. Like honestly, I grew up in London. Jews living in London need to get the fuck out, right? Like now, right? It's not safe. It's not safe for Jews in London, right? It just isn't. Because look, I went up to Jew all the time. I wouldn't be able to go around with openly Jewish, and like that's so terrible. That's where it's come from. Well, it's Sadiq Khan's London, isn't it? Man, I tell you, we said 20, 30 years ago. Well, wait a second. The birth rates with the Muslims are much higher than the rest of the British. That means they're going to outnumber you soon. They'll be able to vote in whoever they want. Well, welcome back, Sadiq Khan. Right? That's basically what's going on. Anyway, so here's what this one I found quite chilling because. This is just this shows me that Jews have to leave London absolutely now. These deeply clueless idiot women. Okay, I just am saying he doesn't support Israel. It's just like an intimation that he might. And again, listen to this crazy woman next to her.
Israel is terrorism.
No, that's Hamas. Hamas is it's everything. This woman, this crazy batshit woman, who believes every word she's saying, right? She believes every freaking word she's saying. That is the opposite of reality. No, Israel is, again, you know, I hate the apologetics when people go, well, you know, Israel's got a right to defend itself. Obviously, they've gone overboard. Oh, no, fuck you, we haven't. Fuck off. Gone overboard. Excuse me, like, I wish one of these idiot interviewers would one day say, well, you know, you say Israel has had a disproportionately high response to the breathtaking obscenity of October the 7th, which they now run to completely pretend that didn't happen, right? Really? Again, who's got more civilian casualties, the British or the Israelis? I'm talking per capita, per enemy combatant, who kills more civilians? I think you'll find that's the British, right? And then, listen to this mad cunt. Right? It's terrorism!
Israeli genocide!
No, again, do you have any idea how many aid trucks go into Gaza every day? Hundreds of aid trucks go into Gaza. What other country in the fucking world has ever done it? Whatever country would be attacked in the way that we were on October the 7th and then send fucking aid to their civilians? Excuse me? You in England, you in America, you in Australia, you anywhere else would bomb them to fucking into extinction. You wouldn't give them any fucking aid, you hypocrite cunts. It's a genocide. Really? God. You know, it might be morally wrong, but fuck me, it'll be quieter sooner.
You support genocide!
You support genocide! No, you support genocide. Crazy bitch.
Rape of women! Are we not women?
Rape of women? Again, October. Look, I remember it was that 10, 15 years ago, Israel was being lambasted because the soldiers didn't rape Palestinian women, and they said that's just a sign of contempt that Israelis have. So we're not raping you, and now we're in trouble as well. Again, why does this idiot woman think this?
And you can
I would not live in London, right? And you know, we people like my age and a little bit older, not that much older, we look at Germany in the 30s and say, why didn't Jews get out? Why did they stay there? Why did they stay there? It's bad, like, because it's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pick up and leave. Yeah, you should. Every Jew in London should be making plans right now to pick up and leave. And quite frankly, they should be building. Well, here's the thing: should they or shouldn't they? Should they be building new communities for the influx of Jews from England, like we built for, because there's a huge influx of Jews about 10 years ago from France? And yeah, should we build completely British Anglo communities here in Israel? And you know, the prevailing attitude is no. That you which is something that's lost in the Western world. You integrate new immigrants into your culture, right? Like I am a throwback because my Hebrew's terrible, right? Where you integrate new immigrants into your culture, so they wouldn't do that. But man, don't live in England. But here, let's hear. So you heard the man screaming bitch, right? Man screaming. Is it genocide? I mean, you know how I can tell it was England? Because she didn't have an English accent. That's why. It's so weird. This was, I have no idea who this is, but man, she totally nails it.
Here are 3 things you need to know about everything that's happening on college campuses right now. Number 1, it's not peaceful. Number 2, it's not grassroots. And number 3, it's not true.
Well, listen, I agree with the message you're saying, but you're a little bit too hot for me to notice. Right? I have to be honest with you, darling. You're just a little bit too hot for me to notice.
Let me explain. So first, obviously...
Take your time. Take your time explaining, and you can do it slowly. It's fine.
These are not peaceful protesters. They threaten, they scream, they're pushing and shoving, they're smashing windows with hammers, they're attacking Jewish students, they're taking over buildings and hijacking campuses and preventing higher education.
Okay, so everything you're saying is right. I agree with you, but could you tell me that while you're licking a banana? Maybe. I don't know. That's just, my rabbinic suggestion.
In America, not peaceful. Number 2, this is not a grassroots movement. These are well-organized, well-coordinated, and well-funded campus infiltrations by outside groups. Some of these people showing up on campuses have been convicted with...
Yeah, this is 100% accurate. There are... this is a planned attack, right? And it's not an attack on Israel. It's an attack on the West. It's an attack on the ruling classes, which is essentially the intelligence services. And yeah, look, I mean, all the tents are the same. Where the placards coming from, where the signs coming from, and the personnel, the people doing these things, right, running these camps are not students but professional protesters.
Connections to terrorism financing. A lot of them are not students. These are grown adults with no connection to the campuses they are on. They are outside agitators. And number 3, they're wrong. They are just wrong.
I mean, this is, where we are right now kind of reminds me of, where was it? I think it was Austria, just before they got annexed to Germany. And before the vote or something, there was the communists were put all this like graffiti, over the roads, and they and so the the totally Jew-loving Austrians, they were like, oh, communists, they're the Jews. Again, Jews are capitalists, Jews are communists, Jews are fascists, Jews are socialists, Jews are whatever you need them to be to take a shit on them. So they made the Jews come out and clean the roads, as I recall. So that kind of reminds, that kind of inversion of honesty and justice, right, is what I see here today.
Some of these actual student demonstrators don't understand that they have been brainwashed by TikTok to believe that Israel's actually committing a genocide.
Okay. They don't understand they've been. Somebody who's been brainwashed by anything doesn't understand they've been brainwashed by anything, right? TikTok or whatever. Yeah. Israel committing a genocide? No, but you go. But 30,000 people are dead. 15,000 children. Does that?
Been believe that Israel doesn't provide humanitarian aid when hundreds of trucks of aid get into a day. To believe that Zionism, in and of itself, is a movement that necessitates the genocide of Palestinians.
Yeah, I mean, they really do believe that. They really 100% totally. I keep freezing up. What's going on? And looks like we're back now. But they really do believe that. They really believe that for Zionism to exist, it has to involve eradicating all the Arabs. We were fine to listen. I'm fine not to have a two-state solution and just live next to each other, right? If you've got two states, whatever. Just with everybody with equal rights, right? So listen, I beg of you, anybody watching this, anybody in chat, if anybody believes any of this stuff, if anybody believes Israel is having a disproportionate response, right, in any way, tell them to come and get in contact with me. Come on my channel. It'll be a real conversation, right? I mean, look, they're going to lose, but it'll be a real conversation.
They truly believe all these lies. And because they do, they are hell-bent on taking down the single consistent democracy in the entire Middle East. And why do we say this movement is anti-Semitic? Because these privileged kids who are culturally appropriating a keffiyeh and a rocket with a crop top, which they can't wear anywhere else in the Middle East other than in Israel.
That is true. That's true. I mean, like, I love the gays of Palestine, right? Who was it? It was Taylor Arends, the evil cunt that is Taylor Arends. It was asked by Todd Lemon of all people. Don't you think it's weird that there's gays of Palestine when you'll be imprisoned at best for being for any kind of same sexual act in Gaza or in the Arab territories. But more often than not, you will be thrown off a building.
Are not outraged. None. But who do they target? The world's single Jewish state. The only country that shares our values. They say we're not against Jews, we are against Zionists. They're
98% of Jews are Zionists, okay? That means you're against Jews.
So brainwashed. They don't understand what Zionism is. That it literally just means Israel has the right to exist, and instead, they change.
Actually, it means more than that. I mean, look, Zionism means Israel is the eternal homeland of the Jewish people, right? It's not that Israel has a right to exist, because they I think they offered us a homeland in Africa somewhere at one point, and Herzl turned it down. Right, no, it means Zionism means there's an inherent connection to the land between this land and the Jewish people, but it doesn't mean that anybody else can't live here. Fine.
And jihadi slogans like globalize the intifada, and like good jihadis do, they promise to take down Israel with blood and soul. Here's the thing. If for your revolution you draw your fashion inspiration from a terrorist from the 80s, you are thrilled by the concept of violence against Jews, and you're praised by the rethink that movement of yours.
No, they'll just scream at you. They'll just scream at you that you're a fascist. That's all that's going to happen. They will scream at you, you're a fascist. But anyway, I've noticed a definite turning of the tide, right? A definite turning of the tide in the last very few days, right? In the last very few days, there's so these counter protests in America have hit a bit of a bump, right? When Americans, frat boys generally, are going, fuck off. No, we're not going to be doing that. USA! And I love this counter protest outnumbers the protesters. Was it 3-1? USA! And I also love they get to find out what it feels like to be screamed at by a mob. Right? They were fine with it when they were doing it. Now they're being screamed at by a bigger mob. I bet you're going to see them shrink down. USA! Apparently in the 60s, in what was it, Kent State, where the National Guard opened fire on a bunch of hippies. Everybody hated the hippies then too, right? It was just everybody completely hated them. Yeah, here's another one. But yeah, again, I'm definitely seeing the tide turning. Through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave. Okay, the trouble with the Star-Spangled Banner, it's a hard song to sing, right? Who was it? They had Billy Connolly had the idea one time, the national anthem, to be to. I think that would have worked better. And I love that they swamp the other one. And I think that's just meritorious for all of them. But yeah, then things took another step up today. Like at 3:00 today, my wife gets a call from my son who's in Gaza now. And then, Mummy, still calls her Mum. He's getting married and he's calling her Mummy. It's so cute. Mummy, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. My wife's like, wait, what? What happened? What? I didn't think you were fine until you phoned up and said, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. So here's what happened. This was exactly at his position. At least 10 Israelis hurt, which means a bunch of them are killed. They don't announce anybody's dead until they talk to the parents, right? With a massive rocket attack from Rafah, which just happened to be where he was stationed. He just had to go back to the base for some reason, or I can't remember what it was, right? So at least 7 is up to 10 now, right? Hamas fired a barrage of rockets at the Karney Shomron crossing. Yes, that's where he said it was going to be, right? And if I paid attention, I would have been worried, but thankfully I didn't. The Karney Shomron crossing, which facilitates the transfer of humanitarian aid to Gaza. Yeah, what the fuck? Like, are you just looking for another way to make life shittier for the people of Gaza, who also want us raped and murdered, raped to death, right? Don't get me wrong, right? I don't know. I'm having a mini bleeding heart for them, but I do. You're just finding a way for them to get less aid now? Really? It doesn't sound very good, mate. It doesn't sound very good. The rockets were fired near the fired near the Emiati hospital in Rafah. Fired from or fired near? It must be fired from, right? Hamas shoots rockets from civilian centers at humanitarian crossings. This tells you everything you need to know. But this also, so my wife, that her mouth is considerably cleaner than mine, right? Considerably cleaner. And she said to my son, "Go and tell your commander that you have to now go and kill every one of those fuckers." He said, "Mummy, what? I have to go. I'm not going to go and tell my Mifika." So the Mifika is the thing for the command. I have to go and kill the fuckers. No, yes, you are. Telling your mother said. Your mother said, yes, it's time to go in, right? So, Netanyahu is. By the way, I don't know what the truth is with Netanyahu. I don't really buy the narrative that he's a bloodthirsty fascist wanting to kill every. No, I don't buy that at all. I think he's just a kind of a wily politician, maybe a bit scummy, but like this bloodthirsty tyrant thing that you will portray him to be. Like, oh well, that's a young. Again, I don't believe anything that that's a narrative. Right, I just don't anymore because they're all wrong, right? They're all not true. Anyway, he nearly died. He had to he had to nip away for 5 minutes, and if he didn't, he would be dead, right? This means we're going into Rafah, I think, much sooner rather than later. I think the talks have basically broken down now, haven't they? Let's have a look. Hang on. CIA chiefs to meet with Qatari PM in Doha as hostage talk said near collapse. Yeah, look, essentially Hamas are saying we will not have any hostage thing unless you agree to a surrender, essentially, right? The end of the war. And we're like, no. Again, this may sound cold and chilling to you, but never again meant never again. We're not gonna let this go down, right? I am sorry. This Holocaust shit that you want to pull again, no. We are not going to, and it doesn't matter if it means that we're all going to be killed. It's trying to stop you. It doesn't matter if everybody else is going to be killed with us trying to stop you. It's just never going to happen again. It's not going to happen again easily. We're not going down easily, right? So I think they're going into Rafah, right? And I do think we're on a theological. We're reaching the point of a theological change, right? A real massive world change. I was listening quite a good class today talking about the times that we're living in, and comparing it to the Exodus from Egypt, which again I think there's a lot of strong parallels. But the basic function of that, right, was to build up Egypt into like this massive superpower so it could be crushed. So it's essentially what's going on now. Like, why is the world so messed up, right? Why is the world just so intensely evil? It's because I think God has given control to the we call it the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, the Satan, right? And to do whatever, to make them feel as free and as powerful as they ever have. And look at America. Does Biden look like he thinks he's going to lose? No. Does he look like there's any way he could win legitimately? No. I think that tells you everything you need to know, right? I think that tells you quite a lot. They don't think they're going to lose, right? Because evil has complete and total control. And I think this was a class thing. I think the idea is like this: if you want to prove your power, I think this is the function of what's going to happen, right? And I really think it's going to happen. If you want to prove your power, you don't go and pick a fight with a weak person. You pick a fight with like the strong. Like if you're in jail, they tell you to go and pick a fight with the biggest guy straight away, right? This is why I'm not going to jail. But I think this is why God has given incredible power to total evil, and we live in this like intense darkness. It's because when there is a return of the king, right? When there is a return, it's going to be so much stronger for that. And man, this week, baby. Oh God, I hope it's the week. Tonight, by the way, is Yom HaShoah, the Holocaust Remembrance Day, and again, the October 7th is so intrinsically tied to the Holocaust. We feel it was essentially the same thing. So I don't know how that's going to go down, but and then next week is Memorial Day followed by Independence Day. I don't know how those things are going to go down. I think it's going to go weird, but I think we're going into Rafa beforehand. Times they are changing, mate. Times they are changing. Anyway, how are the times changing? The times are changing that we have incredible new technology, right? Incredible new technology that we can use for intense evil. But so yeah, that's why I think the times are changing. By the way, that the intense evil will be the stuff I'm doing here. The times they are changing. What do I mean by the times they are changing? I think the CAS report is a great indication of how the times are changing, right? It's that and again, I'm not telling you to believe any of this. I'm not proselytizing to anyone, right? Really, genuinely not. Be an atheist, okay? Be whatever you want to be. I'm not just. I find it interesting hearing other people's worldviews, right? I think that if Satan has been given complete power over the world, right? Power to make Doctor Who gay. Can you imagine how powerful and evil is the Satan? He made Doctor Who gay. I mean, not just gay, but like really gay, right? Super gay. And I remember the rumors that Ollie Alexander was in the running for the part. I reckon he turned him down, right? I reckon Ollie Alexander would have done it, but I reckon he turned Ross Lee Davies down. That's how gay Ross Lee Davies wants Doctor Who to be, like super duper gay. That's how evil can be, right? But if Satan doesn't have power to protect, this transgendered insanity, and let something like the CAS report come out, it means the end's nearly here, right? It means the end's nearly here. Man, I hope it's this week. Anyway, good evening, guys. Morning. I hope you're all doing well. I have to tell you, Star Wars is shit, but this thumb, fucking awesome, right? I am so impressed myself. It was Star Wars this where no one gave a shit. We could have had 9 years of Luke's new Jedi Order. Although now we'll look at Mark Hamill. Man, I don't even want to see Luke Skywalker again now. Like after the shit he's done the last couple of days. And Mara J played by Gillian Anderson. Oh, that would be great. But instead, we gave you unwatchable woke crap. It was supposed to be garbage, right? It didn't fit nice in the balloon. And you're next, Doctor. Now, before we get to the chat, this was a long road to come to get to a good Mara Jade via AI. By the way, I saw Noel's doing some awesome AI stuff on Twitter. Tardaso doing some awesome AI stuff on Twitter. You go check it out. But anyway, so here, I spent a long time working out how to get Mara Jade, right? So I'm using OpenArt.ai, which is right now my AI engine of choice. So I had it generate 4 different versions, right? From what was the prompt? Can I find the prompt? Let me see if I can find the prompt. It was sometimes it's left in there. No, not in OpenArt. I normally use 2 right now. I use sexy.ai. Here we go. Yeah, fine. So this is the prompt, right? Full body shot of a beautiful woman with long red hair, large breasts, wearing a cape and skin-tight armless black leather body stocking, unzipped to show her cleavage, holding a purple lightsaber, looking into camera. Okay, that was the prompt. And okay, it did me proud. That was the first version. This is the one I think I went with. Again, I do like these Mara Jades, and this one, I don't know, looks a little bit looks a little bit chunky. This one. Okay, so fine. I think we got Mara Jade down. Then I went to Midjourney to make the background. Very good back. They gave me a few options, but I think this one really worked. Midjourney is good for stuff like that. So then I had to decide who could play Mara Jade. I went for a bunch of options. So I started with what's her name? What's the name? Robbie. What's her name from Suicide Squad? Played Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie. Oh, that was painful. That was just painful, right? Super duper painful. It really was painful, right? You're not even joking. So yeah, I started with Margot Robbie. I just didn't really work for me, right? Didn't really work for me. So then I went to Emilia Clarke. Now, Emilia Clarke, yes, that kind of worked. Emilia Clarke, Mara Jade, not a million miles off, right? Not a million miles. But I thought Mara Jade needs to be Mara Jade. If you don't know, is Luke Skywalker's wife, girlfriend, whatever. So I thought she needed to be a little bit more exotic. So then I went for Gal Gadot, right? I went for Gal Gadot, I should say. Travis Gal Gadot doesn't really have boobs like that, right? Although I used two different face swappers, right? So I used this. This was the first one. This was the better one, right? This one's way better, but still not really quite there. Then I thought Gillian Anderson, right? Gillian Anderson is the perfect Mara Jade, right? So that's the first face swap. But then I refined it a bit. We're in the right territory now. Yes, Gillian Anderson's Mara Jade. I think we could all be behind her. I just think Gillian Anderson is one of the sexiest women of all time. And it's not because she's very beautiful, although she is very beautiful. It's just she exudes sexiness, right? When she played Margaret Thatcher, I wanted to fuck Margaret Thatcher. Weird but true, right? Weird but true. So, I think that's just a testament to her acting ability. I remember one time she went to an award show wearing a dress with vaginas embroidered into it. And somebody said, well, what's up with that? In the interview, she says, well, I thought it was on brand. I'm like, E.T., Gillian, that's why I like you so much. Oh, no. We'll come back to you in a minute. Oh, God. Like, what a fucking embarrassment Mark Hamill is. Oh, man. Literally, he's made me not want to see Luke Skywalker again. And he looks drunk out of his fucking mind there. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Fine, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to the chat. YW2324, smiley face with a little winky. I don't know. I don't speak emoji, baby. But he's here, and he says, "Oh, she's there. They are here." I don't know. I don't want to assume your gender, darling. This should be interesting. Thank you, face. Hopefully, it'll be at least be a bit entertaining. Well, bloody hell, I hope so too. I mean, if not, what we doing, mate? What we doing? Matthew Burrows is here from the People's Republic of London stand. Hey, to Matthew Burrows. Fuck me. London is just so lost. Oh, God. Jews, get out of London. And really, anybody else, get out of London. Come to Israel. It's way better. It's way better. Better weather, better economy. Just better. Andy Dwelly is here. How are you doing, Andy Dwelly? Thank you for joining us. I finally had a chance to reply. You hear it often. Here, the Soldier Engine is here. Says, here, magic he has on the wall. Who is the most stunning and bravest doctor of them all? Oh, I keep thinking that'll be me. Johnny Whittaker. Oh, you all look back at me and go, oh, them were the days. Them were the days when Doctor Who wasn't gay. Oh, just a woman. A stunning and brave woman who was also gay, but it was Jodie Whittaker, so I didn't really understand that because Jodie, if you thump. Robbie Bonner here. Yeah, matey, says Robbie Bonner. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Dr. Alex is here. Just popping by for a second before I get back to work on The Doctor. Yeah, look, the most authentic Doctor Who right now. I'm still 3 episodes behind. I got to listen to Lonnie's, right? But I got to do the other one first as well. Old Media Guy, I think, did the last 2-parter. Yeah. Look, go and check out Dr. Alex's season 14, season 12, 13, 14, they're all good, right? All good. Best one, of course, is next week. See, actually, he sent me a preview of it. It's so much fun. I love the way he's done the dramatization of my my story. Next Saturday night, baby. Far more fun than Doctor Who. Although I'm going to be on at 8:30. Is it 8:30 UK time? Yeah, 8:30 UK time. I'm going to give an instant review. Then I'm going to bring a couple of guests on, and we'll do like a panel. Right, that's the plan. PD Rich is here. How you doing, PD Rich? This is Michael Q. Thank you for joining us. And who else we got here? Fine. Now we're at the Paul Tosland. You sent me a really good comment. What was that? Hang on. Let me find it. She cried. Jigger. No, because the replies, I have to go to YouTube and I'll go to notification. Now I can't find it. So Paul Toslem said there was a pro-Israel rally today outside the Qatari, I guess, embassy. One of the girls who survived the music festival spoke. I just couldn't listen. How could you ever deal with that? Man, it's what we have to deal with. Right? Like, what's the point? What's the other choice? You're going to roll up and die? No. Right? Like, it's how do you deal with that? By eradicating Hamas. Generally speaking, by eradicating Hamas. Image of Ben-Hur. Dr. Nipples. Yeah, he is very nipply, is Shooty. Very, very nipply. Love the mic. I wonder what the mic was. Okay, I don't know. It was a long time ago now. What is Soz Matthew? Soz Mike? Oh no, so I think he's saying sup, maybe. I don't know. There's many things I don't know. Tzvi Lebetkin, share the video I sent you on Facebook. Oh, what did you send me on Facebook? Hang on. I remember you sent me something. Oh, this one, right? Oh, this you just sent it. Well, you sent me two things on Facebook. Yeah, I'll never see the one you just sent me because I haven't looked at it yet. Is that a video? No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Can I get an image of that? That's so funny. How do I get an image of that? Hang on. Save image as here. Is this real? I think it is real. Okay, that is crazy. Where is it? Doing. Oh, I got so much to say. So here are demands from protesters. They need a medical tent, a table, most urgent. Needed, most urgent. Why don't you just go? Why don't you fuck off and go home? Right? Then you won't need your medical fucking table, right? Heat gloves. Needed most. Well, you can't. Everything can't be needed most, right? Wound packing gauze needed most. Portable chargers. Why? In case your little phones go out. Oh, you revolutionaries, right? Yeah, absolutely. You know how to rough it. Curlix gauze. What the fuck? Curlix gauze. Cat tourniquet. What? Okay. Do you think you're really going into combat? You doughy little cunts. What do you think? You don't need any of this stuff. ABD pads for wounds. These are people playing revolutionary. Pathetically, right? Goggles, needed most. Okay, emergency bandages, needed most. Trauma shears, needed most. Vaseline, well, not needed most, but you know, it's getting a bit tricky. Tweezers, well, that's for most of them, obviously. CPR masks, because yes, you're going to need those, aren't you? Butterfly suture closures, disposable stethoscopes, camping sink, bucket with lids, helmets. Why don't you just call it up George fucking Soros? I'll have it biked over to you. You kidding me? There's more. Hang on. Oh, these people are so pathetic. They are so deeply pathetic. HIV tests, dental dams, Plan B. How about not fucking each other? Do you want to do that? I want to go for not fucking each other for 5 minutes? I know. Although that'll be inhuman. Diva cups. Well, I don't know what that is. Chapstick. Fuck me, you pussies. Chapstick? Do you have tax tip? We don't need to some chapstick for our evolution. You guys are the most doughiest, fucking useless cunts in the entire world. Man. Milo blankets, contact solutions and cases. Fuck me, you people are pussies beyond pussies. Has there ever been anybody as much as a pussy as these people? These people are just so insane pussies. Oh my God. Contact solutions and cases, IFAC pouches. IFAC. What's an IFAC pouch? It's a pouch you can fuck? What's that? What? IFAC pouch? It's an IFAC pouch. It's an... Oh, are you kidding me? They want this? Are you shitting me? Okay, one second. Let me get a picture of this. This is crazy. And we'll give me a picture. Come on. This is freaking crazy. IFAC pouch. Let me find it over here. They're like these like big medical pouches. Hell. This is what they need for their revolution to be where they are LARPing fucking revolutionaries. They are the most useless cunts in the history of cunts. Yeah, a few of them, please. Because we needed to fight the power. Vegetable rights and peas. And they want COVID tests because, that's the thing. Because they might go back in time to 2020. Battery-powered lanterns, flashlight, behind the ear mask, buffers to take pressure from wearing masks along. Oh, fuck. Behind the ear mask buffers. It's hard to wear it for a long time. My son stayed in a tank for 3 weeks, you fit pieces of shit, you doughy, useless cunts. It's hard to wear masks for a long time. I don't wear them. It's the Western HaGeffen. More possible charge because we don't have little phonies go. You know what? Block the Wi-Fi wherever these camps are. They'll disappear in a fucking second. Fucking useless cunts. So was that the video you sent me? I don't know. You sent me another video as well. Hang on. There's a second page. I think I just went to the second page, didn't I? Hang on. Let me see. That was the second page. And then there's just pictures of being useless and pathetic, right? Israeli military off our camp. We're not on your campus. Oh God, these people are just such entitled cunts. I saw a great video of them lecturing their dean. That was beautiful. That was really, really fun to watch. Just expelled a lot of them. That's what I would say. Expelled a lot of them, and maybe just a couple of deathly beatings. That will probably do the trick. London's not safe. No, it is not. You got to make sure you're not out of London by nightfall nowadays. And if there's not an apocalyptic world change, London's finished, right? London's going the same way as Paris. It's over. Going the same way as New York, right? It's like the Jews thought they'll be spared if they work with the Nazis. Yeah. A lot did, very sadly. I heard the news that Bernard Hill passed away. They're very sad. Yeah, Bernard Hill, one of the great British actors. Excellent in Lord of the Rings, wasn't he? Perfect casting of Lord of the Rings as King, whatever his name was, the one with the horses. And he was the captain of Titanic. And Boys on the Black Stuff gives us a job. Right? Okay, the video was yesterday. Hang on. Now I've got to see what it is. Oh, there's a reason I wasn't going to play this because this came from about 3 years ago, so I didn't feel it was that contemporary. Yeah, I just I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, it's from 20. It was posted in 2023, but I think it was from a while ago. Fine. Hang on a second. How do I get the video here? Doink. It is funny. Okay, it is funny. Doink. Is it coming? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Hang on. Doink. Thinking about it. Getting a little. Waiting. Is it downloading? No, it won't. Let me find another thing. I get another Facebook downloader. Facebook video downloader. Doink. Try that again. Facebook video downloader. Yeah, the F down apparently. .net. Does this work? It's no, so they privated it. They won't let him. Is there a way I can here? Maybe I can grab the video by click on it. Oh, I bet that's it. Here we go. Hang on. I think I got it. I may quote Han Solo at the bunker and Endor. I think I got it. Oh, here it comes. I do have it. There you go. It's downloading. It says 22 seconds to go. Now 23. Now 22 again. Now 44. Now 40. Oh, okay, when it's downloaded, I'll get to it. Let's get to more of the chat in the meantime. Okay, over here. Fine. Where are we up to? Turkey's and Christmas there. We're having turkey? I like a bit of turkey. You think I get the best of both worlds. I have a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But we do slightly different ones. We do a much more traditional English turkey for Christmas, and Thanksgiving is like we do chestnut stuffing at Christmas, whereas for Thanksgiving we do cornbread stuffing. We're multicultural, baby. We like to get about. We like to get about a bit. Paul Tosin talking about the pro-Israel protest. The pro-Israel outside Qatar. Creole is what we used to. Lots of all the non-pro-Hamas protests are reasonably quite nice, right? I was covering you up, man. It's I got the air conditioning on. They don't understand how what conquest is. Just like the Argentinians. I agree with you, but I'm not. My history isn't good enough. There we go. Sing the battle hymn of the Republic. Then I don't know what that is. Shalom. Nanya's elder brother was Benny, an Israeli commando, and the only casualty of the Operation Thunderbolt raid on Tebbe. Yeah. Although BB was not BB, it was Nathan. Now what was his name? I can't remember. But yeah, there's been a couple of movies about Entebbe, right? But yeah, he was the only character. If you don't know about the raid on Entebbe, there was a Israeli plane was hijacked in the 70s and taken to Entebbe with Idi Amin. So this crazy rescue plan was done where they flew in on a Hurricane jet under radar cover, right? It's just huge thing, and they made a duplicate of Idi Amin's car and blacked somebody up to be Idi Amin, or maybe they had somebody black there. So it's only pretend to be Idi Amin, so they wouldn't stop him as they drove in, and they drove in and they wiped everybody out. They wiped out and they saved pretty much everyone apart from one old lady who was taken to the hospital a couple of days before, and the only casualty was BB's brother, right? And like everybody loved that guy. He was famously popular, right? If I can find a picture of him. Benjamin Netanyahu's brother. Yeah, I get Jonathan. That's it. Yeah, I just don't buy the narrative they have of Netanyahu. I really don't buy it at all. Here it is, a good picture of him. I think he led the mission. I mean, again, one of the most successful, greatest missions, military missions of all time, right? I think he led the mission. There we go, doink. Yeah, so next week is Memorial Day, and man, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be so weird. There's a lot more to remember now. Here we go. That's his brother, Jonathan, right? And I think he led the raid, and I think he was the only casualty, right? And it was kind of like it feels like it was sculpting BB into being who he is, right? It's really interesting. Eastland Buckard, how you doing? Never again, means never again. How are you doing, Eastland? Eastland, you are high up in my prayers today, and my prayers are doing much better, right? My prayers are doing a lot better now. You came in at a good time. So hopefully you'll have a great result. If anybody wants me to pray for anything for them, please let me know. I'm always happy to do that. Yeah, where are we up to? Amaro said hello to you. Fine, I'm whizzing through the chat, and I'm like, oh God, still half hour behind. Big Prick is here. Hey, there, Big Prick. All of the chat, Rabbi. Have you seen the UK entry in the urine fishing contest? It's gay. Well, what a shock! It's the gayest night of the year. I mean, it's hard to see how good. I miss what Mark Hamill said. They're taking a break from ranking on Doctor Who because Mark Hamill is just so much more embarrassing, right? So much more embarrassing. Alexander was in It's a Sin, and the character was an actor that got part in Doctor Who that didn't appear in our universe. Yeah, it was Cycle of the Daleks. It was like a 1987 Dalek story that didn't happen. That looked like it was designed to look like which one was it? Resurrection of the Daleks, right? Was it Resurrection or Revelation? I think Resurrection, the Peter Davison one, which is kind of tough to explain. Says Planet 2020. What's kind of tough to explain? No, I think you did that quite well, right? I think you did that quite well. Camping sinkers useless. A Milo blankets are useful. Okay, I think I wouldn't go camping, right? I wouldn't go camping. Oh wait, the thing that Paul Tozer. Let's grab that video now. Download it. Assuming it downloaded. There we go. Doink. Right. So, okay. The guy looks like he's wearing a George's Cross hat, which, yeah. While I'm all on board for the George's Cross, once you get a George's Cross hat and it's not like some like group event, you look a bit weird. But I agree with his sentiment.
Oh my God. I can't believe this dude is trying to get the flag off.
Like, why can't you believe that? It's like, these people are so stupid. This is literally a Nazi flag now.
Some random dude.
Oh, yeah. So now it's going to get crazy. Good for him. Good for him. Okay, so now it gets really crazy.
Oh my God.
Run, mate, run. No, don't come back. Fuck. No. Ah!
Obviously racist.
I know. This is this is just what happens. What can I tell you?
Someone.
Like, okay, honestly, I don't think either of these people should be that uptight, quite frankly. But I'm with the George Crosses guy. Oh, now he's got two of them? That's not fair. And that's basically the story of how Sadiq Khan became mayor again. Thank you, Paul Toseland. Okay. We're up to five. Whizzing through the Colin Archer's here. Sorry, just came back in. Wasn't the Entebbe raid named Operation Jonathan in honor of the commander? No. It was was it Thunderbolt, wasn't it? I can't remember. But he was the they name it beforehand, not afterwards, right? Not presumably. Yeah, and again, I don't know how it's going to work this year, but normally on Memorial Day, by every grave of every fallen Jewish soldier, right, there's an active duty soldier standing there to salute, right? Michael Q says you can see was it Gillian Anderson as Irani. Well, that's not bad. I don't know. Actually, yeah. The trouble is this, though. I think she's probably so much stronger an actor than Ncuti, and I think we're going to see this a lot because I think they con themselves into the idea that Ncuti is the greatest ever. He is the absolute greatest actor ever. He's going to be fantastic, and they're just enamored by his skin color and being super duper gay, right? That's why I think Millie Gibson acts him off the screen, right? Conrad said, I've heard the president was informed of the raid as the planes were about to leave Israeli airspace. Go on, no go, Mr. President. Just so I know. Who's the president then? Yeah, what was it? Raid on Entebbe? Yeah, let's have a look at the year. Must be the early 70s, right? Raid on Entebbe. Well, the movie was in 1977. It had Richard Dreyfuss play Netanyahu's brother. Wow, it was in 76? Okay, so I have this fantasy, right, where I'd like to see an Israel cinematic universe, right, where you start off at the end of World War II, leading to the War of Independence in 48, right? And then you keep with the same characters as they get older for, like, there's a Suez Crisis, there's the 67 War, there's the 72 War, then 76. I would like Quentin Tarantino to direct the Raid on Entebbe movie. That would be crazily awesome. Like, just crazily awesome. No, your God wants me to go to jail on Nightfall and bogus charges. No, I'm doubling that doesn't happen. Listen, I'm doing my best. What can I tell you? Wait, you said the 9th? I'm expecting the apocalypse before then. I think you should be saved, right? I think you should be saved. I really am. I'm expecting the apocalypse before then. So, yeah. You just keep your fingers crossed. That might do the trick. I love a ladder fight in the morning, says Mark Milford. Millie Gibson does indeed spill the spotlight. She really does. Right? She really does. And she's so much better than Shooting Gatwa, right? It's not even close. It's not even close. But fine. We will get to that soon. But let's get to a bit of Mark Hamill. Oh, man. Oh, 8-bit Stick Boy's here. 8-bit Stick Boy. It's so sad, right? It is so sad. Like, it's not just the sequels. It's not just where we are right now. Oh, we got the Acolyte trailer to look at. Mark Hamill, twat number one. Like, what? Just a loser twat number one. This is okay. I gotta. If you haven't seen this, you gotta gird yourself. You gotta steel yourself for maximum cringe. Right? I'm talking maximum cringe. It's more cringe than you can possibly imagine. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is freaking awful.
Hey, I'm Mark Hamill, and I'm voting for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, Mark. That is the slightly lesser cringe one, right? Like, I understand you not liking Trump, but like, how'd you like Biden?
There's no.
Okay. Do you think he's drunk out of his fucking mind there? Right? It looks that way to me. Right? He looks like he is soused beyond soused. Right? In this little video. So this is the White House press briefing. And you know, they come up with a great plan of celebrity endorsements because that always works. Rich people who don't have to worry about the economy imploding, lecturing you not to be a racist while they are massive racists. That just appeals to people. That always works, right? That always works.
No introduction that really is needed here. I have a special guest, as you can see. Mark Hamill has decided to join us on this wonderful Friday, and
he looks shit-faced. Like, he looks drunk out of his mind.
I am really excited to turn it over to Mr. Hamill. Here we go.
Okay, how many of you had Mark Hamill will lead the press briefing on your bingo card? Hands?
Jeez. Okay, I'm glad they fucked you over with The Last Jedi now. Right? Listen, Before this, I was like, I love Luke Skywalker, what a great character. Star Wars is dead, right? I'm sorry, they killed it, right? I am not interested in seeing. I would have loved there to be a great sequel trilogy, right? I would have loved it, but it was shit. And look, Mark, you have tainted that wonderful character of Luke Skywalker with this nonsense, right? You're not on the right side of history. If this was Hunger Games, you would be in the Capitol, right? You'll be in the Capitol with the people with the silly haircuts on TV, right? You are on the wrong side of history, you drunk little fuck, right? Which is, I think a fair statement.
Yeah, me either. And look, I just got to meet the president. He gave me these aviator glasses. I love the merch, love it all. But listen, I just wanted to say.
Yeah. No one's buying your merch anymore, mate.
I was honored to be asked to come to the White House.
That's why I got shit-faced before I walked in.
To meet the president, the most legislative, successful president in my lifetime.
It's hard to get your brain around how weird this is, right? How detached from reality it is. He is widely regarded as the worst president of all time. Widely regarded. The only people who don't regard him that way are thin-skinned, pathetic little fucks who can't admit they were wrong. Mark Hamill, over to you then.
And, I don't have to go through the list, the bipartisan infrastructure law, the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, all of that, inflation.
The Inflation Reduction Act, that massively increased inflation.
15 million jobs. Look, it's all good. I mean, it's
all good. Oh, yeah. America's doing better than it ever has before, right? I mean, yeah, we all had a lot more money and world peace under Donald Trump. But, yeah, America's doing really well. Look, they got a black lesbian standing next to me. Everything must be great.
Thrilled to meet the entire staff because it's not just one person. It's like
It's not even one person, right? It's a bunch of it's the same bunch of useless fucks that are running the BBC, that are running Disney, that are running they who have no connection to reality, who if they were 10 years younger, they would be screaming anti-Semitic slogans in a anti-Semitic rally.
A composite endeavor. And all these people, my goodness, I have no idea.
How such few people can fuck up so much. It's amazing, isn't it? It's truly amazing. It's good for them. That's all I can say. Good for them.
No idea just what went into what is on his plate on a daily basis. So,
it's pooping himself probably 2 or 3 times a day, ice cream, and raping a child. I think that's basically his day-to-day things.
That's pretty much it. I'm open to questions, although no Star Wars questions, please. But I want to say once again how
Luke, why are you such a useless fuck?
How grateful I am, and it just shows you that one person can be so influential and so positive in our lives. And
again, have you met any human beings? What universe are you on?
Again, thank you so much. And Peter Baker, I loved your book. Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Mark Hamill, for being here. What did you ask? What did you talk?
What book do you think reckon Peter Baker? Let's look this up. Peter Baker book. What is it? Like a massive anti-Trump? The worst in the world. Yes, of course it is. It's called The Divider. Trump in the White House. Excuse me. We have much more division now than we did under Trump, right? Or maybe it's this one. The man who ran Washington, the life and times of who? Life and times of who is this? Life and times of James A. Baker III. Okay. Fine, I have no idea. No idea. But again, it's so sad, isn't it? It's so sad. Never meet your heroes.
Talk about with the president.
Well, first of all, I only expected to be there for 5 minutes.
Well, that makes sense. I'm only saying this goodbye that takes me with the 12-year-old girl. I cannot confirm or deny, right? I can't. He's more of his face than Carrie Fisher ever was. I'm like, yes.
He showed us all these photographs and, you know.
Yeah, I raped this child 3 days ago. I raped this child. Yeah, I know. It's great, isn't it? I raped this child 2 months ago. All those photos.
It was...
All the photos. And here's you raping a child. Should this go public, you think? No. Then suck my cock and then go out and say I'm the greatest president ever.
Really amazing to me because, you know, I was invited to the Carter White House and I came. And then I came to the Obama White House. But I never...
Didn't stop in at Reagan then, like one of the greatest presidents of all time.
Never was invited into the Oval Office, and it was a large gathering. So this one was really extra special.
All right, sir.
So, yes, I'm...
Like, what, is he drunk or is he high, or both?
Biden bring up Star Wars too, sir?
Well, you know, I called him Mr. President. He said, you can call me Joe. And I said, can I call you Joby-Wan Kenobi?
Cringe!
He liked that. But listen, I'm not really here to dominate. I have to turn it back over to our wonderful press secretary, Karney Shomron. So thank you.
Honestly, would you say Karney Shomron? Okay, here's why she's a great press secretary. It's not like the one beforehand, who's now on MSNBC or whatever it is. It's I think she's too stupid to understand how much things are fucked up, right? I really do. And that's why she doesn't respond to say, how did you fuck everything up? I don't. What fucked up? Everything's great.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
All right, so that's what Mark Hamill thinks. Let's look at this campaign ad from where is it? that just went out, which I think is much more representative of everything. Paul Jones said this has tarnished Star Wars. Yes, it has. You're right.
Hello, I'm with the Biden campaign.
Yeah, I voted for Biden last time.
That's fantastic.
Is it? Everything costs more. Food, gas, rent.
Okay, but Biden's helping pay rent for newcomers to America from around the world.
You mean illegal immigrants? I'm struggling to pay my bills, but Biden's paying rent for illegals? They get handouts and I'm paying for it.
But Biden can still count on your vote, right?
Things were better before Biden. I'm voting for Trump.
Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Yeah, it's things were better. Wait, who was this? Did I still have this clip from yesterday? Kellyanne Conway, who really oh, here it is. Again, I played it yesterday. Oh man, we got to look at that as well. I got too much to look at. We'll go to the appetite.
And there are people on the right pushing the American.
Okay, person is fucked up insane.
Conservative magazine.
He hasn't conceded the 2020 election yet.
Did he leave? Most of America hasn't conceded it, right? I know you, Bill, want to say, no, Trump could never have won. But he did win. I mean, again, any sane person, any sane rational person looking at the 2020 election went, yep, totally kosher. Safest and securest of all time. Nothing weird about it, apart from all the weird shit.
What do you mean, how? You make it sound like it's a crazy idea.
It is a crazy idea. You're crazy.
He has not conceded the one he did lose.
I'll concede it because it's very obvious who the president is. It's very obvious Joe Biden is the president, presiding over 20% increases in gas and groceries, presiding over 22% increases in healthcare, 36% in car insurance. I mean, people can't afford the natural accoutrements of an adult life, which is why young people have abandoned Biden. So it's very clear Donald Trump is not the president. Our economy sucks. The border is open.
Again. Well, this is why they have to stop you speaking, because you can roll over them with facts, and it looks like this.
And 8.8 million people came here. That's larger than the population of 39 states. It's insane. We know who the president is.
We will get to all these issues.
No, you won't. You'll run on high for them. However, Mark, I have something for you that's really just for you, right? Something that I think Mark Hamill will absolutely enjoy, absolutely love, right? It's this. Hopefully, I got this on the right. Is it the right clip? No, this is the right clip. One more time. So Star Wars is not in good health. I think this explains where Star Wars is quite well. Girls. Firstly, yes. Episode WTF. The fastest female. The galaxy exists in a state of peace for 1,000 generations. And the Jedi maintain order and diplomacy, democracy, and honor. Suddenly, an unseen force made up of hipster nihilists, socialist justice activists, patriarchal saboteurs, and overzealous, hair dye political correct, self-righteous, condescending of neo-socialism have maliciously invaded the tranquil contentment of this franchise and every other. Drawn to the newly found present-day popularity, they barnacle themselves to it like parasites and inject their putrid disease ideology into the ecosystem to attempt to gaslight and brainwash the masses of an extensive fan base, much less extensive now. And as a result, threaten its existence, causing it to wither and perish. The evil Lord of Woke, Overlord Kathleen Kennedy, attempts to execute the final stage of a sinister and insidious plan to deconstruct and defile what the creator of life in the galaxy worked so hard to build. Under a suffocating influence and massively incompetent as well, war has been banned and all lethal weapons reduced to ineffectual glow sticks. Yeah, what? I don't understand. How did somebody get skewered by a lightsaber in Ahsoka and was okay by the next episode? I don't understand. It is so dumb. And Nerf guns. Her powers have turned the males of this galactic species into cowering, idiotic simps. Yeah, you saw the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, pretty much on point. To promote the standing of females in the eyes of society and make women the ruling gender. Who can restore balance and enable the life to naturally coexist in the galaxy one more? Who can return intelligence, fun, and escapism? Excitement, and joyful escapism into the franchise and bring respect back to the fantasy galaxy far, far away. No one. Again, we need a messianic age. Yeah, pretty much the state of Star Wars, right? It is pretty much the state of Star Wars, and the state of Star Wars, I think, has come to full. What's the word I'm looking for? Full shit, full, complete, total bollocks, right? With the Acolyte trailer just coming out. So I remember when they released the High Republic as their new initiative. I went, well, that looks boring and shit, right? That looks really boring and shit. It's a bunch of non-white males doing boring stuff boringly, right? This can't work. No one's gonna like it, and amazingly, nobody did. Everything they did under this brand has failed completely. So you know what they said? Time to put a bit more money into it. And a lesbian who used to work for Harvey Weinstein, who was probably a massive cunt. That being said, I did like a show. What's the one? Russian Doll. I thought that was pretty good. All right, let's have a look at the Acolyte trailer.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
Yeah, I can't believe, right? I cannot believe that we're I'm watching this sort of thing where last night James murdered a bit of false action, picking up a lightsaber and going, fuck off, I don't want to see this shit. Okay, from Zeno brought you The Mandalorian, the only good thing. And that was only two. I quite like the first season, but only the first two seasons were really great. Andor. So here's my thing about Andor. when you got to the end of it, it was quite good. Like those last few episodes were pretty good, but it was basically from the here. Let me look at Andor episode guide. Andor episode guide. Man, it was 12 episodes. Oh, God, it just went on forever. 12 episodes is way too long for this, right? Okay, by the time we got to episode 8, where he's in jail and they're building bits for the Death Star, and it still goes on a bit too long, right? It still goes on a bit too long. But like those 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? They weren't bad. And then everything, the first 7 episodes, you could have reduced to 2, right? If you made that, was it 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? You made it like a 8-part series rather than a 12-part, would have been much more successful, right? So Andor, yeah, I wouldn't scream for that. Nobody watched it anyway. No normie watched it. Ahsoka was shit. Ahsoka, and the only time Ahsoka wasn't shit is when they had Anakin Skywalker in. That was all really great. But generally speaking, woke shit where sung and braving women save everything. The only good character is now dead, Ray Stevenson. He was great, man. He was great. But again, he was the only person that added any kind of gravitas to this that show.
The Jedi.
Okay, wait and see this trailer. You will not see one white straight male, right, being in a positive role, right? And I love the way they focus on Asian people now, because they say Donald Trump made Asian hate by saying the China flu, right? It did come from Wuhan, right? And frankly, the spike in anti-Asian racist attacks was from the Democrats. Like mainly the Democrats winding up the black communities, saying, "Oh, the Asians do so much better than you."
The Jedi.
Oh, they're so stunning and brave. All of those people. Look at that. Not one. And how many of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not one white male, right? Okay, because you don't have that, and that would just be bad.
Justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace.
Again, literally, it is so racist, right? It was so insanely racist.
But that peace is a lie.
So, I'm not really opposed to. In theory, I'm not opposed to a deconstruction of the Jedi, and maybe they weren't as clean as we initially looked at. I think that's kind of an interesting idea to play with, right? But I think you still got to keep them pretty noble, right? 8-bit Snip will say way too little, way too late, way too slow, way too late. Saboteur, yeah, 100%. They're coming from China. By the way, look at the lightsaber moves of this Kathleen Kennedy insert, right? Who's clearly the star. She's not even good at it.
Jedi are being hunted.
Oh, Jedi being hunted, but not the white straight ones, because they don't exist.
She was.
I'm watching this and thinking, would I rather watch this or Rebel Moon Part 2? And I still haven't watched Rebel Moon Part 2. I don't know.
It's my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
I sense this is only a small part of.
Like, literally. It's so racist. I'm sorry. You should have at least a token white. Right? Again, another stunning and brave woman. I'm so fucking bored.
Part of a larger plan.
Oh! Is that a white male? It's probably gay or trans.
Some sort of shift to tip the scales. It's time.
I think I'm probably where I am with Star Trek Discovery. I'm like, forget it. I just forget it. I'm not interested. I am not interested. Oh.
It's time to face the past.
Well, what is safe? Certainly nothing in Star Wars is safe. Oh, thank God there was a stunning brave woman there.
Destiny is not decided.
Okay, listen, like literally, all the white people from the Western civilization that this fantasy came from have been sucked out
For you by an
and not in the good way.
anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
What are you?
Irrelevant. I hate the 2-episode premiere as well. How many episodes is The Acolyte? Hang on. Let's have a look. Oh, Kathy Case, useless. Just so useless. The Acolyte. Let's have a look. Wikipedia. How many episodes it is? Is this? Oh God, 8 episodes. Much the same as Doctor Who. I doubt it's going to go. What do you think? I doubt this is going to go to a second season, though, right? I really doubt it's going to go to a second season. Man, it looks remarkably bad. But again, what do you expect? Disney Plus. Disney Plus is shit, right? Is shit. Watch old TV, see actors acting. I know. So Lisa, you're absolutely right. What else we got to look at? So people are like really upset with Furiosa, right? For saying it's super woke. I wasn't really. It didn't seem that way to me. But the new trailers come out. Let's have a look.
Ready?
Now, a lot of people absolutely hated Fury Road, right? I loved it. I thought Tom Hardy was great. I didn't mind that he was somewhat sidelined for Charlize Theron. It all felt like very authentically in world, right? I really liked it, right? And it was really yeah, I really liked it. It was a real development from Mad Max 3, which I loved in the 80s, the one with Tina Turner. It felt like it was in the same universe. I mean, what they should really be doing is a Mel Gibson one, like an Old Man Max, right? I mean, that would be awesome.
Steady!
He took my childhood. Do you find him? He's mine.
Let's party! There is no hope!
I mean, having George Miller directing, I think, is important. So I can't look. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. I try and look at these things outside of the times that we're in, right? So this doesn't feel like it's woke to me, right? It doesn't. I mean, look. Doctor Who seems like it's super woke. The Acolyte seems like it's super woke. This looks like a bit fucking good, right? I don't mind ass-kicking babes, especially hot ones, right?
Furiosa, only Peter's mate.
Oh, this is mine. When's it come out in Israel? Oh, 1 second. Let me check that. There's 2 things I want to see this month then. Planet of the Apes. Oh, maybe we should get the Planet of the Apes trailer as well.
Furiosa! We've come too far. Furiosa! They took Furiosa!
I like the epic backdrop, right? Yeah, that is played against, right? Gone out to see like not so much Mad Max as grumpy old Mad Max. Yeah, I would like to see that. I love Fat Man. I think it's one of my favorite Christmas movies now.
As a child, my world was forever changed. My mother was magnificent. And
it is a bit men light, isn't it?
he took it all from me.
Who do we have here?
She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood. My mother. I want them back. I want them back.
I know, this looks like it's going to be fun. He did that. I mean, like, what? Mad Max, you want to see incredible, insane car chases, right? George Miller's now using too much CGI. I love Fury Road, however, I'm going to pass on this. Look, I will certainly watch this on the streaming service. Yeah, here's the thing. It's too much unknown, right? There's too much unknown to take a punt and go and see this in the cinema, right? Unfortunately.
Your way home. Protect the green place.
I mean, here's the thing, though, because I like that how in Mad Max 2, and Mad Max 3, the world developed, but now it seems to be like, oh, we're in Mad Max 3, when which the time zone should be Mad Max 1 or 2.
It's time to take what's rightfully ours.
As Chris Hemsworth the bad guy, this all seems very Mad Maxian to me. Like, I love all the camera shots.
It's time to take what's rightfully ours. Ready, steady, go! Where are you going? So full of hope. There is no hope.
If you find him, he's mine.
Okay, I don't know the movie's good, but the trailer's awesome, right? I'm enjoying the trailer.
There will always be war, but to get home, Furiosa fought the world.
I could watch 3 movies of this easy, right? I'm sorry. I'm liking this a lot more than I thought I would. I could really easily watch 3 movies of this.
Remember me.
Yeah, okay. Look, it might be woke shit. You never know. Like, Mission Impossible, whatever it was, the last one. The trailers look great. The movie was shit. By the way, Friday, I was watching, during the afternoon, I was watching Mission Impossible 5. And, like, a more perfect movie you cannot find, right? Every part of that is incredibly predictable, incredibly cliched, and wonderful. It really, I always thought 6 was the best, but man, 5 was excellent. Absolutely excellent. Anyway, we've got Planet of the Apes coming out in this week. So there's a final trailer for that. Let's have a look at that. Look, Planet of the Apes doesn't come back till I hear a bunch of apes chanting, "Ape is called ape, ape is called ape," which is always the best bit. There we go, doink. I'm still surprised how much I like Furiosa. That looked really awesome. Is this going to be a slow download or need to find a quicker down? Yeah, 7 minutes. Are you kidding me? Hang on, I'll find something quicker. YouTube. I know what's wrong with that one. I was using save.net and it was always great, right? Always worked out really well. Now it's become a dog. Download. Here we want MP4. This is the one that makes me wait while it's preparing it. Are you being prepared? Shall we watch the boys trailer while we wait? That's coming pretty quickly. Much like me. While wait for this download, I labeled this clip "Life Today," and I think I'm pretty accurate with that.
Gentlemen, I'm here today to apologize.
Why did you say ladies first? That's sexist.
It's just a standard greeting. Let me start over. Gentlemen and ladies.
Who says the man?
Okay.
I mean, the funny thing is, this was a few years before the Orville season 3, which was woke shit. Apparently, they're saying there's going to be a season 4. Whatever. Who gives a shit, really? The first three Mission Impossible was great. Got bored after that. Man, you've got to check out number 5. 5 and 6 are just awesome. 4 is one of the weakest ones, but 5 and 6, again, insanely cliched, right? Insanely cliched, and just insanely awesome, right? I just love every second of it.
Sorry, humans in the audience.
Who mimics words but doesn't comprehend them.
Humans, basketballs, talking parrots, and whatever else is out there.
Whatever?
Oh, am I back? Isn't that good? Yeah, it's is this thing even working? Now this is come on. What's going on? Here we go. Doink. Hang on. We're gonna try and download this again. What's going on with the internet? Here we go. MP4. Now it's okay. Preparing it again. Really? Oh, we're up to 40%. Now 11. Shall we look at the boys trailer while we wait? Let's look at the boys trailer. That's coming out soon as well. Doink.
I look back at.
So is this the final season? I get the feeling it's the final season of The Boys. I think The Boys have, generally speaking, been pretty good. Season 2 was a bit shit, but what can you do?
My life. And all I see are the messes I made. And I ain't got time to fix it. I can do one thing right with the time I got left.
He's Australian, isn't he, the guy who plays Homelander? Again, a lot of this stuff has really worked well.
I can't do it alone. I can't do it without you.
See, again, one of the things that really kills this for me is, what's his name? The guy who plays Willie, whatever, the normie who came in from the beginning, is just such an annoying Mark Hamill-esque woke fuck, right? I'm just like, shut up, you idiot. However, what's the name? Erin Moriarty playing Starlight. She is super hot.
This country is corrupt beyond repair, so we got to save it.
So this is interesting. This is very much like what's playing out right now on college campuses. Do you reckon they might spike it because of that? Right? And obviously the Stars and Stripes people are bad.
It's not going to be easy. We'll have to do some terrible things for the greater good. You'll no longer be beloved celebrities.
But with good in the fewest of ways.
You will be wrathful gods. Show me a little wrath.
Wait, who is it? Didn't Queen Maeve, wasn't she killed in that end last season? Who is that, you think? Hang on. Queen Maeve is clearly Wonder Woman. I have no idea. It must be a new character.
But with good in the fewest of ways.
You will be wrathful gods. Show me a little wrath.
That doesn't sound good, Ashley. Oh, yeah, no shit, Ashley.
It's one of the great tragedies of The Boys is it should have been... No, Boys are set in America. it should have been Powers. Powers was one of the greatest comic books of all time by Brian Michael Bendis. It really was absolutely fantastic. Sadly, Brian Michael Bendis, and he was really good. It was a real great age of comics. He did Daredevil for a bit, and then he basically invented the MCU, right, on paper. Him and Mark Miller, before it became cinematic, right? With the Ultimate line, but he did Ultimate Spider-Man. His work was excellent, and then it was around. It was before Trump, even, that he started going insanely woke. Right, he lived in Portland, and he did this mini series with Alex Maleev, which looked beautiful, but was basically about with an Antifa hero, right? And that's when you could do. And the quality of his work nosedived. So he got taken over to DC, and he just went. His work went to shit right afterwards. It just went to absolute shit. I don't even know what he's doing now. Right, he's fallen off the radar. But here's the thing: this show should have been Powers. Instead, it was The Boys, which is a significantly inferior comic to Powers. Right. I still wish we got a genuine Dread series over The Boys adaptation. Oh, Apes, why I do agree. I do. I wish we got a 2000 AD cinematic universe.
Sorry, Ashley.
Not that they are all combined, just thematically, like 2000 AD, in fact.
The whole world is about to burn. We need someone like you, Billy, before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us off in camps.
I have found the answer to all our prayers. A virus that kills soups.
Oh, right. So that was, if you haven't seen Generation Z? I can't remember. Generation V. It was the spin-off series. That's what that was all about. That was excellent too, but I really liked that. I didn't find that woke at all.
Is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
Let's go. Chop chop, motherfuckers.
This is a biblical war of good versus evil.
Didn't he kill Noir in the third season? Or what? The first season? One of them.
I'm declaring hunting season on Star Ladders.
See, this is why I love The Boys, right? It's such a messed up, crazy world with superpowers. There's a lot of it is very funny. Very clever. It's cleverer than the comic book, I would say, as well.
What if this is fucking happening to me again?
Oh yeah, no, no, not a shared universe. 2000 AD shared universe. Firstly, the character Butcher is English, but it's all set in LA. When I say 2000 AD shared universe, I mean just stylistically shared, not narratively shared, right? I would have firstly, I would do a Judge Dredd TV show, right? And without Judge, I'll do a Judge's TV show. Have Judge Dredd in the opening one. What's that great Sector 9 where it was the sector chief for? That was it was called The Pit. That was a great Judge Dredd story. But then I would have that, and I would then have a Judge Dredd less Judges show going on TV. Or in the cinema, I would do a Future War. Either Rogue Trooper or Bad Company. Maybe for TV, an ABC Warriors animated thing. I would do Slain. Oh, God, Slain would be here. There was a Slain trailer that somebody made once. Let me see if I can find that. That's awesome. That would be great. Trailer. Is that? Let me see if I can find it. I think this is it. Yeah, well, I'll pull that next. There's a whole fan film here. Is this okay? I think this is here. Well, we'll pull both of those things next. It looks interesting.
Look, we've all done bad shit. What's insane is that our solution to every problem is murder. Violence isn't brave. Violence is power.
Again, I love this use of superpowers, right? I did think it worked so well. Yeah, I really do. Let's grab that. Before. Fine.
That's a spirit champ. Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
If we're ever gonna win against monsters, we need to start acting human.
Again, I love the insane violence of the boys. It's so much fun.
You're all fucking welcome.
Again, Amazon Prime does a lot of good stuff, right? And it's really tragic. They do so much great stuff, and it's lost in bad management, right? It's lost in the bad management of it's lost in the bad management of the app. Sadly, that's one. Yeah, there's that. Here, let me grab this thing over here. That one it's downloading now. Yeah, these fan trailers for Slain, they're off the charts, right? Here, one second. Do I have Judge Minty? Judge Minty is the best Judge Dredd I've ever seen, like hands down. Let me just grab this. Doink. There we go. Should be downloading now. Here, let me pull up Judge Minty if you've never seen it. I'm pretty sure I got that right here. There we go. Doink. Again, have you noticed how there aren't any fan films anymore? Basically, Star Trek killed them all. Well, here, first they got a good. And I like this level budget. I'm sick of these huge budget things. This level budget works for me. So Judge Minty is a judge that gave Dredd his badge, right? And he gets multiple. I mean, given that most people watch things on their phones now, this is the budget they should be going for. This is the level of look. I mean, that's just perfect. I'm sorry. That is just. It's got that great Carlos Aquiza feel, right? Yeah, and then Dredd shows up.
I'm a meth joke.
Stay with me, Bill. Where's my H-Wagon?
But this is just perfect Judge Dredd. I'm sorry. Right, and so then basically he goes on a long walk, and they just do it so well. Like everything is right about this. The design, all right.
There to spend the remainder of your days, taking law to the lawless until.
Yeah, the whole concept of the lone wolf is just phenomenal. Anyway, here, let's look at the Slain stuff. This is from a long time ago, right? This is from a long time ago, so the quality, the video quality is not great, but it's really good. Look at the Planet Apes one. Here we go. What's this from about 10, 15 years ago?
En un tiempo donde no hay tiempo.
Oh, it's all in Spanish or Italian or something. I don't know why.
En un lugar que no es un lugar, escribo.
I mean, again, that looks perfect. And again, the budget level is just right for this.
Pues solo yo, Uco el enano, sabe de los graves y trágicos hechos.
And it's got a different identity to Conan. Man, 2000 AD cinematic universe. It's worth, but it's worth a streaming company like it's worth Apple buying 2000 AD just for their IP.
Las tierras jóvenes. Pues.
Do we see Slay in it all?
Se ha ido para siempre. Slay Agnes.
Bienvenido a Murias.
Ya conoces a mi esposa. Pues hace tiempo fue pareja tuya.
Si usamos los tesoros de la diosa, podremos.
You know, we really have lost stuff by not having cheaper budgets, right? It's there was an innovation that came with cheaper budget. Look at this, incredible.
A veces seré tu madre y te acunaré.
No hay nada de qué hablar.
A veces tu hermana y te ayudaré. Y otras seré tu amante.
¡Dad vuestras armas que no eches violencia!
Dispuesta a apuñalar.
Honestly, I would love to see Zack Snyder in charge of a 2000 AD cinematic universe. I think he would really do a good job.
Por la espalda.
El espasmo de furia, el fragor de la batalla, el espíritu de la tierra posee mi reino.
The only reason I wouldn't want there to be a Slain movie like this is because Pat Mills went super anti-Semitic. I used to be friends with him, right? He went super anti-Semitic on me like a number of years ago. So he's not my favorite person, and he would make out very well in this. Yeah, Rebellion owes the rights to everything, and you know they've wasted it so much. I mean, why isn't there a whole raft of 2000 AD video games? Yeah, that would be awesome, right? But it didn't exist. Anyway, what does exist coming out in a couple of weeks is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes final trailer. Let's have a look at this. So I love Planet of the Apes. I love the only one that I didn't really love is the Tim Burton one, and even that one quite liked it.
Son, your father, he waits.
Much to learn, much to teach. There are dangers beyond our village.
I do like the way they arranged this new series as well, right? So it's like basically starting with a series of 3 prequels, but now it feels like we're in real Planet of the Apes territory, right?
What a wonderful day!
So again, looks like it's a female astronaut has crashed. You know, a kind of a riff on the first one. Although apparently, in Rise of the first of the Planet, this new sequence, right? There was a spacecraft that was lost in it, and I would love them to turn up, you know, in a later one. I thought this was it, but apparently not.
Help your father!
In 10 days. Oh, yeah, I'm up for this. Is Andy Serkis in this? I mean, it would be weird if he isn't.
My family. I will find them. I will bring them home.
So wait, this must be what 100 years after War of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, like in the original one, you know, you just had the Statue of Liberty, and then bits of the New York Underground.
To survive, remember your strength, your compassion, your mercy. Why do they hunt her?
She knows the human secrets.
I have a name.
You got quite a nice body as well. Who is that? She's again. I like there's eye candy coming back in the world.
May. I know where they're taking your clan.
You chose a human over an ape.
This was a human place.
It is not yours.
It is now, isn't it?
Fair point he's making, isn't it?
The elders did not tell us everything about this world. Nor bend for your king. Never.
Okay, I'm sold. Come on, like there's so much shit going on in the world. It's so great to see something that looks good.
Get tickets now.
That you get me in the cinema to see, right? That's how impressed I am. That you're getting me in the cinema to see. Okay, we're going to end with the weirdest promo of all time, right? Get ready for literally the weirdest promo of all time. Where is it? You got to find this. Where? Oh, here it is. Again, reiterating my basic point that Jason Quinn, the new editor of Doctor Who magazine, strange guy, pretty bit of a strange guy.
This issue of Doctor Who magazine takes us into the far-flung future to a space station, a baby space station. Then it's back to
I kind of would like to rather see him as the Doctor than Ncuti Gatwa at this point.
1960s London. But London is far from swinging thanks to the machinations of Maestro. Then,
again, he's genuinely more interesting than Doctor Who. Would you like to see him with Millie Gibson as a companion? I think he'll be up for it.
We're off. Planet. Boom. All the previews on the first 3 stunning.
Maybe he should have dropped out. Tell somebody his business, but maybe he shouldn't. Yeah, the cover of the worst Beatle lookalikes of all time.
Get your copy now.
Okay, do you reckon this helps with sales or not? I don't know. On Tuesday's show, we'll preview Space Babies. And I think the worst Beatles lookalikes of all time. Honestly, do you think that helps sales at all? I can't even imagine. Let's look at this. Let's round off with a little bit of Doctor Who. What the fuck? What? Why is Ncuti Gatwa talking to a fat Asian Paul McCartney? Like, how is that supposed to be a Beatle? Like, what? I don't even understand. Like, how? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Speaking of things that make no sense, oh God, Mark Hamill, so drunk, so drunk, so much of a loser. But now, look, we don't know what's going on with Star Trek. Sony is trying to buy Paramount as well. I think that might be better than Skydance. Who knows? But I've seen the Star Trek that I want to see in the future, and it's this. This looks like the Star Trek that we both need, want, and deserve. Right? That's what I would say. Need, want, and deserve. Peter Rich, change everything to look 2000 lead like and put a stunning and brave Hispanic woman in charge, and have a black main character. What is this? There have been so many Apes movies. This is which is the first one in this series? That'll be Rise of the Planet of the Apes or Dawn of the Planet. I can't remember what it was called. The first one with the guy from Pineapple Express. What's his name again? Oh, hang on. It's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It was a solid movie as well, as I recall. James Franco. Man, he's vanished from reality. I haven't seen him for ages. He was like Me Too'd a while ago, wasn't he? Yeah, let me see if he's done anything. If he's just gone into hiding, right? Oh, mate, he's kind of rich enough he could do that. Yeah, the last thing he did was 2019. And they did a quite good show called The Deuce. But I think he was Me Too'd in about 2019, right? But he's got a bunch of stuff coming out, apparently. Who knows? I don't know. I like James Franco. So, yeah, that one. Rise of the Planet of the Apes was the first one in the series. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was the second. And War of the Planet of the Apes was the third. So this Kingdom is the fourth. But I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes seems the most comparable to the first one in the original series. Listen, still my favorite ones, funnily enough, in the original series are... what was it again? You had Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I like them taking off their faces. That bit. Look, when they were all like, and they blew up the world in the end. Then there's Escape Planet of the Apes. Then there's, was it Conquest of the Planet of the Apes? Hang on. Let's look at Planet of the Apes movies. Planet of the Apes movies. Yeah, so I kind of like those last two. Right, which generally speaking, most people don't really like. There's Escape from Planet of the Apes, Rule the Planet of the Apes. I don't remember that one. From 2001. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. So the Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and there was what's Farewell to the Planet of the Apes? Of 1981. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. Let's go through hell. So let me share the screen. And honestly, I do think they should have some kind of AI version. Oh, Conquest Battle. That's the one where they ended with a statue, even a little model one of the lawgiver, right? I love that. I freaking love that. 1 second, share screen. We'll do a quick look through the count. So, Escape Planet of the Apes, yeah. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. That was much cheaper. It was so sad. Little baby Cornelius at the end. Battle of the Planet of the Apes. So that was like very much the a riff on the 1960s race riots, right? The Battle. Yeah, Planet of the Apes TV show. And then you got the cartoon. But wait a minute. They missed out. They got Battle of the Planet, but where's Conquest? Wait. They totally missed out Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. What? How? Return of the Planet Apes. What? Hang on a second. Conquest. Escape. Oh, Conquest comes before? So Conquest of the Planet Apes, yeah, that's the one. And Battle is the last one. Right. That's the one where it's post-apocalyptic, right? And they and it ended up really weirdly. Where you had an alternate future where humans and apes lived together. You had like a little boy get ape and a little girl play a little boy and a human girl playing together. It was very optimistic, and it ended with a close-up of the lawgiver statue, which I assume is Cornelius, and there was a tear coming down. I think, and I always interpret that as a tear of joy that somehow they were able to change the future into a peaceful coexistence, right? I love Planet of the Apes. On video games, Planet of the Apes, Revenge of the Planet Apes. I haven't seen any of these things. Christ on the Planet of the Apes VR. Man, I used to like VR. It's a shame it didn't really work very well. What can I tell you? Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wrap up. I'm back on Tuesday Night Live, where we'll be doing more Doctor Who. I just needed a break from Doctor Who for one day, right? There's so much other stuff we need to go over, which I didn't go over, right? I guess we'll look at that on Oh, I forgot. I got to plug something. I guess we'll look at that on Tuesday. Started that 10 minutes ago. Let me see if I can find it. We have the Sense Sphere. Doink. Now, this is it Sean is his name? Or is that Review It Yourself? Because Review It Yourself I also got to get in contact with. Yeah, 1 second. Share screen. If anybody in the chat can give put the link into this, that would be really great. Doink. So yeah, this just started Sense Sphere. For Doctor Who to survive, is it vital this season wins the US audience? It is, and it's not going to. It is not going to win an audience. I'm sorry. They're looking for it to be a big hit and like a big but it's not going to be something like Fallout, right? Because it's not being authentic to what it is, right? Neville Watkins, how you doing? So thank you for doing it. You had a really funny comment on one of my videos I answered today. It really made me laugh. I can't remember what it was, but I remember chuckling at it. Cutie, has the charm offensive worked? Well, it's more he was just offensive. Rusty Davis, Boom will be talked about for years. No, it won't. No, it won't, mate. That's the bottom line. No, it won't. This is look. It might not be at all what you're telegraphing it's going to be. It might not be that at all, but it probably will be. Right? It seems like it probably will be. I know what to tell you. It's not very good. Here, let me see if I can find it. Hang on. This is the Sense Sphere. We'll go here. It should actually pop up in my... No, here. So the Sense Sphere. Here we go. Oh, fine. Let me get the link. I'll put it in the chat. Get on over there. You're into your evening carries on. Yeah, so I want to get Sense Sphere on it on Saturday to do a bit of an instant review. I'll also ask Sean from Review It Yourself if he wants to come on. That sounds like fun. Fun and frivolity. Conor says, I rather think Boom will be followed by them going bust. I rather suspect that too. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. I'm hitting the end broadcast button. Hit it again. Say good night. Good luck. And may your